Dirtfish Rally friends. It's lunchtime on Friday here at the Safari Rally. 4 stages done this morning. It's been full of drama, those 4 stages out there this morning. It all kicked off actually in the service park. Don't forget they went straight into Parc Fermé last night. Thierry Neuville put his car into Parc Fermé with an issue. And that issue took longer than 15 minutes to fix this morning. He actually was 6 minutes late out. What does that mean? A 1-minute penalty. So Neuville went into today's stages already 1 minute behind. Not a disaster by any stretch of the imagination here on the Safari Rally. What happened in the opening stage? George Donaldson, our colleague, reckoned it was the roughest stage he had ever seen. But you know what? It was a little bit benign. We did see a couple of small punctures and a couple of issues beginning to perhaps show themselves. On the next stage, Laudia, that's where it really kicked off, in particular and sadly for Gregoire Munster. Check out this footage. We were fortunate to be at the end of that stage to watch Gregoire working on that car and keeping his Safari Rally very much alive. Kalle Rovanperä, he also had an issue in that stage. He spun. Rovanperä, he's not quite got on the pace yet this morning. Still looks a little bit uncomfortable out there. Yeah, nothing really happened in geothermal apart from this. Well, it's a bit of an impact for Thierry Neuville. Knocked the tyre slightly off the rim. Didn't cost him any time. They then came to stage 6, Kidong. There was a bit more drama in here, wasn't there? First through with issues, it was that man Thierry Neuville again. Did really well. 4 kilometres from the end of the stage, he hit a rock. Certainly picked up a puncture. Thought perhaps he'd also damaged his suspension. This is the place to do that because they go straight from here to service. But wasn't a disaster. Just a few seconds shipped for Neuville in here.
I think there was a big stone or something on a very fast straight line. Don't know, I thought the bumper was broken but maybe it's both, I don't know.
Was that towards the end of the stage? You only lost 8 seconds.
No, it was 4 Ks before the finish, 5.
And then that poor man Gregoire Munster, it went from bad to worse for him. He picked up a puncture in here as well, shipping a bit more time for Gregoire Munster. But again, straight back to service and a reset for this afternoon's stages.
I'm starting to laugh about it. I have no clue. I'm driving 60% without rear drive shaft. I didn't hit anything and yet we get a puncture. So yeah, but at least we are here. And it's still a very long way to go.
But that wasn't the end of it. Jordan Serdaridis came across a very large rock in the road. Couldn't avoid it, hit the rock. He also punctured coming through this stage. So what does it mean in terms of the overall leaderboard? Well, who stayed out of trouble? Who haven't we mentioned? Oyt Tanak. Oyt Tanak has looked supreme out there this morning. Hasn't really put a wheel wrong. His lead is over Elfyn Evans. Evans also looks pretty good, I'd have to say, but he's 24 seconds behind Oyt Tanak. And in 3rd place, well, that driver we mentioned earlier on, who doesn't seem to be firing on all cylinders, Kalle Rovanperä, the man that's won this twice, 47 seconds off the lead. It sounds like a lot, but it isn't, with 2.5 days to go here in Safari Rally Kenya. Would you bet against him winning this one? 50-50 for me. It really is 50-50.
Yeah, it was not an easy morning. Definitely the first 2 ones when it was more narrow and technical, missing some speed there, so it was not the best. But of course, after that, when we went to the faster stages, it was much better.
What about Thierry Neuville? Well, if he'd not had that minute penalty, he'd have been right up there. He is in 4th place, 1 minute and 40 odd seconds. I think it's 47 seconds. In 5th place, it's Takamoto Katsuta. He also had a puncture out there this morning. 1 or 2 issues for Takamoto, but still trying to maintain that wonderful record he's got of scoring podium finishes here on the Safari Rally. Again, still very much in the hunt. A mention for Josh McErlane. He has been really very impressive in how he has dealt with the challenge of the Safari Rally. 6th place. And then in 7th, with one little eye, potentially on a podium at the end of this event. That sounds outrageous, doesn't it? But it's not. Oliver Solberg, he's in 7th. He's doing a great job. Really is leading Rally 2 at the end of stage 6. So folks, they've gone to service. Plenty more to come. And it's only Friday here at the Safari Rally Kenya. Huge amounts of drama this morning. It'll be rougher, perhaps more challenging this afternoon. You have seen some wonderful driving out there this morning, in particular from Oyt Tanak. Do you think you might be able to drive like Oyt Tanak? If you fancied giving it a go, drive.dirtfish.com. We have the very finest instructors at the finest driving school in the world in northwest of the United States in Seattle. Have a look on the website. Folks, lots more to come here. We're looking forward to the afternoon. We'll see you later on.